And we're back here at Cedar Lane Park in beautiful Bel Air, Maryland for Game 2 of our United Women's Lacrosse League doubleheader. This is opening night for Season 3, and we have a fantastic matchup ahead, a rematch of last year's United Women's Lacrosse League finals. We have the Long Island Sound hosting the Boston Storm. I am Chris Widello, and I'm joined by Tracy Weiner. Tracy, good to see you again.
So excited to be here. We had a great game the first one. We're looking for an even better one this game.
Right now we have starting lineups happening on the field for the Sound this evening. At attack, we're going to have Christina Esposito. We'll also have Haley. Help me without that. You know that's
Haley Majorana.
Majorana, that's the one I was looking for. And also Shelby Fredericks at attack. In the midfield, we will have Nina Marola. It also looks like Coach Reggie Thorpe is going to have Kristen Ivoli and round out the three at midfield with. I marked this down incorrectly.
You did. I think it's Tori Wenner that's playing in the midfield as the third one.
So we'll pause now for the playing of the national anthem. Rounding out the starting 10 for the Sound will be at defense, Caitlin DeFelice and Rebecca Block. And also slated to play attack tonight is Katrina Dowd. I think I left that out the first time around. For the Boston Storm, they will their 10 will consist of, at midfield, it will be Allie Flury, who's in her third year with the Boston Storm, one of the original players. There are a few that's still here from Season 1, and Hannah Murphy, their draw specialist, in the midfield, as well as Emily Howell, who will round out that three. At attack will be Kayla Treanor. No introduction necessary for Kayla.
None.
McKinley Spordone, used to be McKinley Curro, a outstanding player in her own right, and Emma Powlin. And at defense, we'll have Carly Cronin, Emily Boissonneau, the Natty Champ, and Brenna Raynon. The Boston Storm is coached by head coach Scott Teeter. Abby Capabianco assists him. And for the Long Island Sound, we have Reggie Thorpe as the head coach. And who is their assistant coach this year?
Well, their assistant coach would be my friend Carol Rose.
Yes, that's right, Carol Rose.
Carol Rose, and it looks like they have Al Bertolone on the sidelines as well, the head coach at Mount Sinai.
Very nice.
The one of the perennial high school powers, one of the top-ranked teams in the U.S. I see Carol over there standing with Reggie.
Yes, there she is, yes.
Coach Rose will be Reggie's right-hand girl. She,
a legend in her own right.
She is a legend. Her 400th win this season. I'm proud to call her my best friend.
Wonderful.
Craziest female I know other than myself.
So Hannah Murphy will step into the face-off circle and will draw against Shelby Fredericks.
Shelby always takes the draw. Shelby just graduated from Northwestern University. Again, a Long Island product out of Babylon, New York. This is a fun group. And we have, I can't wait to watch Katrina Dowd play. She is one of my favorite to watch play this game. Yeah. She is a unique spirit. She is the epitome of a unique spirit.
A lot of people waiting to see what Kayla Treanor does in her first possession of the ball. The draw is controlled by the Storm to start off. Storm newcomer Emily Howell with the ball, moves it across the top to Allie Flury. Flury moves it back to Emma Powlin, Albany product. Just graduated a short month ago. Kayla Treanor with the ball. I'm sure she's eager to put one in the back of the net to get things started. Little trick flip. Treanor hangs onto it. Low shot, wide. It's going to remain Storm ball.
Completely appropriate that she takes the first shot of the season for her team.
She's been waiting for that.
Yes, she has.
McKinley Spordone with the ball. Moves it back up to Flury, across to Hannah Murphy. Hannah puts in her left hand, shot, save. Solid save by Allie Murray, the goalie for the Sound. Long Island with the ball, transitioning back upfield. Settles it down on the wing, moves it back up top. Kristen Yavoli passes it off to Courtney Fortunato.
Another fun player to watch is Fortunato.
Shot goes wide.
That'd be Majorana with that shot.
Majorana.
I know that move.
Storm's goalie Jackie Chirko was following that all the way. Dowd with the ball now.
Amazing stick skills by Katrina Dowd. She is a magician with her stick.
Moves it up to Fredericks. Fredericks gets her own ground ball. Picked off by Chirko, the goalie. Starts to clear. Passes across field to Allie Flury. Moves it up to Hannah Murphy. Murphy, who just finished her first season as the assistant coach at Northwestern.
Great program there. You know, what Kelly Amante has done there is nothing but amazing. You know, took a program that did not exist and turned them into a perennial power.
Quick flip back up top. Drive to the goal by Jen Belichick. Moves it back to Katie Webster. And to Michelle Scannell. You know Michelle from Adelphi. She was one of their better players, D2 player. Fast as lightning.
Unbelievable. And really, you know, Adelphi's program is also, you know, either a national champion or a runner-up every year.
Michelle had the chance to be a two-time national championship while at Adelphi.
Playing for Patty McCabe, good friend of mine.
A legend in the men's world.
Yes, absolutely.
Carving out his own niche in the women's world as well. Quick feed back from Spordone, and we have our first goal of this game. It's Emma Powlin from Albany. Puts the Storm on the board, 1-0.
That was a quick play right there. You know, the ball goes to X right over the top as the player's cutting down the middle. Right home.
They make it look so easy, but we all know it isn't.
No, it's not. You know, they catch those passes in traffic, and again, there's no hesitation. There's no wasting time cradling. Just catch and shoot.
Usually when the hometown team wins and finishes, the fans kind of go with them, but these fans are sticking around for both games this evening. This is the second game, and earlier in the evening, the Force beat the Baltimore Ride. And I'm looking over at the autograph tent right now, and there are just a huge mass of fans looking for autographs. I mean, it's just wonderful, isn't it?
It's great. They have the posters there.
They have the players.
Absolutely. They have the posters there for them to sign. And, you know, the players love this. It's so rewarding for them to sit there and meet the young players and get autographs. Best part of the game.
Kayla Treanor taking the draw for Boston against Shelby Fredericks. And it's going to be Boston Storm ball.
Yes. Shelby moved a little too quick on that, and they're going to give the ball to Kayla.
Looking for any advantage you can get. Treanor moves the ball to Belichick. Played her college lacrosse at Rutgers and then Ohio State for a year.
It's tough to get. She took a shot right there, boy. It's a good stand-up defense.
Pass from Spordone to Treanor, who thought about pulling the trigger. She goes one-on-one, takes a shot and scores. Well, welcome back, Kayla Treanor.
That's a nice move. She wanted to get the first shot off. She had great defense by Becca Block, who knows her pretty well, I would say.
Yes.
And they're playing against each other in practice for 4 years. Kayla drops ahead of her stick as she re-attacks. Nice low shot in the cage.
Just put it by Caroline Megan, who is the goalie for the Sound. Went low. The Storm are out to a 2-0 lead. Hannah Murphy back on the draw with, looks like Allie Pavanelli. Ball goes out to Allie Flury. Passes down low. Quick look by Emma Powlin, who pulls it back off to Kayla Treanor.
So calm back there. Treanor just, she doesn't like her angles, just pulls it out, restarts it. Her stick protection is so good, it's very hard to check the ball from her.
She makes a quick little move to the goal, puts it right past the goalie's head near side, and gives the Storm a 3-0 lead.
She literally takes that shot from goal line extended. She doesn't even have an angle.
There's no angle.
But because she's got such a long reach, she's able to put it by the goalie and come around the cage without really even being goal line extended.
The officials grab a stick from each player, check it, make sure that it's legal. And we have a timeout. Looks like
that's an early timeout right there, taken by Long Island. They need to kind of get it together a little bit here. They're not used to playing from behind, that's for sure.
I mean, these are the two-time defending champs. What is it that Coach Thorpe could possibly say to them other than, let's
win the draw.
Win the draw.
Win the draw. Pretty much just it. Just win the draw. And again, it's the same thing we said in the last game. It's about draw control. Protect the ball. Make sure you win the draw. At this point, they have Becca Block guarding. Treanor, you can't concentrate so hard on Kayla that you forget about the rest of the players as well.
Wonder what Coach Teeter could be talking to the officials. Scott Teeter, he's the head coach at Louisville. This is his first season with the Cardinals. Reggie Thorpe, the associate head coach at Syracuse with legend Gary Gait for the the Sound. And hey, as we saw in the game before, Baltimore was out to a quick 3-4 goal lead, and Forrest just stormed right back and took control of that game in the second half. So anything is possible.
It's just a matter of figuring out how to win the draw right here. They took Treanor off the draw. Let's see if that works to their advantage or not.
Some of the truly best draw specialists, when you looked at last game with Sound controls the ball, quickly get it down behind to Katrina Dowd. Through X, back up top. Quick dodge to the left hand, pulls it back, thinks twice. Oh, quick point-blank shot by Allie Pavanelli. It's eaten up by Jackie Chirko, second-year goalie for the Storm. And the Stormers back in transition.
It's a nice shot by Pav. She just hit middle of the cage instead of a corner with a nice save. Chirko's not going to let that one get by her.
Bad pass is scooped back up by Sydney Thomas, Loyola University product. First year with the Storm. Boston looks to settle. Sun has gone down. Its temperature's dropped about 15 degrees. And
it sure has, boy, I tell you. But for the players, it's a blessing.
I'm sure they appreciate that. Sound comes up with a ground ball, and they're off to the races, bringing the ball over their half of the field. Quick pass in transition. Oh, wasn't handled. It's going to be Storm ball as it goes out of bounds. Carly Cronin starts to clear, moves it back to Chirko.
Just missed that connection with Courtney Fortunato, standing by herself on the doorstep.
Right now, the assistant for the national championships, James Madison, and has cleared it and moves the ball into the offensive zone and heads back to D. Great shot by Jen Belichick is saved by Caroline Megan for the Sound. Shelby Fredericks moves the ball out to the wing, now through X.
Really, this is a very important possession here for the Sound. They need to put one in and get back into this game.
Dowd with a behind the back, hits the pipe.
That was beautiful.
That was a very
Shame it didn't go in, boy.
Michelle Scannell from Adelphi now moves the ball in transition. Quick pass out to the wing to Treanor. Thinks about it.
She did think about it twice.
I mean, there are some players that are faster than others, but the speed of this game of really all these women is just unbelievable.
Truly. It's unbelievable to watch them. It's fun. They really just play it at a whole nother level.
With the ball for the Storm was Taylor Giglio, Canisius product. In her first year with the Storm, played for Scott Teeter when Scott was at Canisius, upstate New York. Giglio surveys the field, looks to move the ball to Scannell. Shot.
Up to this point, Boston is really dominating this game. They really look strong.
Controlling possessions. Shot by Treanor, hits pipe. Tried to sneak it by the second time, but looks like Megan was cut off that pipe. Didn't give her much to work with. So ball is down around midfield. Wow. Treanor hits the deck as Kaylee O'Connor boxed her out really well. Chirko comes up with the ball off the shot.
He has a great passing and shot by Courtney Fortunato, just a little too high, doesn't hit the corner on that. Chirko just makes an easy save.
The Storm get the ball back and they're into the field pretty quickly. They currently lead 3-0 in the first half of our second game of our UWLX doubleheader. Hannah Murphy with the ball. Quick flip to Giglio. She moves it back down to Flury. Oh, nice give and go, and just couldn't connect.
No, it was such a patient offensive set. They waited for the defense to break down, and they had it. Just couldn't finish.
Defender turned the head, and Flury made that cut right to the crease. But uncharacteristic of Long Island, they turned it over in their own end, and Storm continue to possess the ball. Oh, she looked like she wanted that behind the back, and she goes for it. Oh, and we got a player down. Kayla Treanor with a behind the back. It looks like it went off of.
It hit a defender. Might have been Defo.
DeFelice, Caitlin DeFelice. It got her in the, looks like in the head, somewhere in the head.
That's okay. That is by far the toughest kid out there. Caitlin DeFelice will not come off the field. She will not complain. She will not say a word. And if her father was here, he'd be saying, stay on the field. He trained her well, trust me.
So, ball was possessed by the Sound at the time of the whistle, and so they will now start their clear. Looking to make something happen here, get on the board, settle down their team. Christina Esposito on the field.
Long Island really needs a goal here. They really need to get their offense flowing.
Small mistakes happening, and the ball is down, and it looks like Sound offside.
Offsides, yes. You know, if it's your first year playing in the league, you don't understand that the 50-yard line is...
Right, you're used to getting in deeper.
Correct, you're used to getting to the 30.
Storm.
So that's a mental mistake right there.
Kaylee Santos is out at attack for the Storm. With Treanor and Holly Turner. You know, both teams had some pretty nice pickups in the offseason, you know, through the draft or, you know, free agency. It's,
Yes.
you know, the teams look a little bit different, but there's some definite new talent out here that's quite impressive.
Without a doubt. And you know, for Boston, this is a team that's going to play with a little chip on their shoulders this year, you know, wanting to get back to the championship weekend. And obviously with Kayla Treanor, you know, she's the difference maker on any team.
Allie Flury dodges to the right and pulls back, and pass is cut off by Megan, the sound goalie. And she looks to settle things down and walks it up the field, let her team substitute. Megan was instrumental in that win last year. She came in and filled in as goaltender late in the season for the Sound and has earned herself a spot on the roster for this season.
It just might take these teams, you know, a little while just to get into their groove, and should be about time now, though.
Dowd carries the ball to the low wing, gives a nice flip to the crease, shot, save, Chirko.
That has to be the third pipe that Long Island's hit so far in this half. That was an unbelievable feed by, I mean, that was right on the money from Dowd.
Absolutely. Jackie Chirko standing tall in goal. She is, looks like she's picking up where she left off at the end of last season, despite that tough loss at Lakes Placid against the Sound. She made
playing really, really well
good.
So far this evening.
Another D2 product, played her college lacrosse at Assumption College in Worcester, Massachusetts, my alma mater. Was the first D2 player drafted by the United Women's Lacrosse League, and the Sound get on the board with a great feed and
Dowd to Chrissy Esposito, and Espo bounces it into the upper corner on that. That's the only way to beat it.
There's nothing a goalie can do on that.
Nothing.
That's just quick. And she placed it right where the goalie had the toughest time getting it. And so now the Storm's lead is cut to 2. Long Island's on the board. Score is 3-1 Boston.
Let's see now if Long Island can get on a little roll here. Oh, the Christina Esposito fan club really excited that she scored that goal.
They're out in force.
The
crowd
sure
is
are.
still solid here tonight. It's unbelievable. It's great. Kayla Treanor is going to take the draw late in the first half. Against Fredericks, and
Yavoli's going to win that draw. Very hard to beat Kristen Yavoli.
Draw control here by
that is her
Sound.
specialty, Yavoli. She is like a Hoover vacuum out there. Always has been. She's a Stony Brook graduate.
Those Stony Brook players are no slouches.
No, Stony Brook is definitely one of those programs that needs to be respected.
A number of Stony Brook players joined the professional ranks after their incredible season. A little backhand shot, doesn't quite get there, and I think it was probably last off of Boston, so the Storm will retain possession.
As an attack player, whenever Dowd has the ball, you have to be ready for it because she can pass it from any angle
Fredericks.
and any spot.
Up top to Christina Esposito. Dodges to the right. Feeds cross crease. Ball hits the ground, but is quickly pulled back up by Katrina Dowd. Quick dodge from X. Gets her hands free, shoots. Chirko with the save. Bounces out in the high crease. Good
Again,
shot,
nice
good save.
It was, you know, Chirko's doing everything that she needs to do tonight. She's making every save that she's supposed to. She's making the Long Island players think twice about where they're shooting and where they're placing the ball.
The Storm work their clear and now get the ball over the midline into their own half. Kristen Hickey brings some of the West Coast lacrosse coming from San Diego State. It's at the Storm roster this year. Good shot by Kaylee Santos, goes wide, backed up by Boston, so they will retain possession.
Making some substitutions here on the fly.
Holly Turner holds the ball behind the net. Waits for Boston to get their pieces on the field. The ball works around to Hannah Murphy, who dodges, feeds back to X. Shot wide by Holly Turner.
That's a tough angle on that.
Kayla Treanor quick to the ball, picks it back up, drives up the right side, looks for a feed, quick feed inside to Flury, but doesn't connect, and Megan has the ball again. The Sound go back on offense.
Oh, that's a great pass to break the ride.
Finds the player standing alone in the middle of the field, and Sound are now in transition. Looking to put another goal on the board. Quick hitch.
You know, Majorana is just one of those kids. She's a pure goal scorer. Every time she gets the ball, she's looking to go to goal.
Ella Thorpe chasing down the ground ball. Oh, gives a little shove to Flury. Then helps her back
That could
up.
have been a 10-yard penalty on that one.
Maybe her dad will have something to say to her when she gets back to the bench.
I'm sure he will.
Allie Flury picks up the ball on the restart, and Storm get back in transition. Nicole Poli leads the clear. The only Division III player currently in the United Women's Lacrosse League. She played at Western New England University out in West Springfield, Massachusetts.
I remember when she got drafted, how excited she was. You know,
she was.
It's been a lifelong dream for her, and to see her not only make a team, but you know, this is not her first year in the league, and she's become one of our steady players, and I know that she's just so proud to put the uniform on every day.
Her, along with Carly Cronin, really anchored the Boston defense last year, and some key additions this season for the Storm. Really, I think, give them a nice, solid defensive unit. Right now is Emma Powlin. Passes it off to Kayla Treanor, who drives up the left side. Quick feed. Shot by Powlin, goes wide. McKinley Sportone picks up the ball. Hannah Murphy looks to drive left, spins right, pulls it back and resets.
That was a great defensive stand.
Yep. Sound with the stop there.
Look at the speed right here. Oh, my goodness.
Cruising. One hand carry in her left hand as Kaylee O'Connor leads the shot. Is in the goal, but there is there.
Look at how Katrina Dowd wants the goal. She wants to get that goal.
It looks like that shot went off after the whistle, so I'm guessing, or does it count? It's good?
It depends. The official's going to walk over and say, I blew the whistle, but it looks like they're going to count it. It might have been should have been a held whistle at that point.
Okay.
But they may give it to her. We'll see.
Well, if the goal stands, which it looks like it does, the Stormers' lead is cut to 1. Oh, official just looks like he waved off the goal.
Yeah, the whistle definitely blew before that. Dowd did everything she could to try to sell it, but that was a crazy shot.
Shirko did not see that coming. It was in the back of the goal before she moved. So a little bit of a disappointed Long Island team that they didn't get that one, but I'm sure they'll manage to put a few more in the back of the net before the night is over.
Well, I'm wondering now what the call is. Are they going to give her the goal? Are they going to restart it? What are they going to do?
Looks like it's Boston ball. They're going to start deep in their own defensive end.
No, Long Island should get the ball back on this if it's not.
Okay.
It would have been obstruction of shooting space, I would imagine.
Right. So it is indeed sound ball.
Or
Or it's storm ball. All right.
It's storm ball. I'm so confused.
But it's going to be sound ball as Boston quickly throws it away. Brenna Raynon came out of her pocket a little funny, and I think she'd like to have it back, but good news for the Sound.
See if they can try and get this goal back.
Quick dodge through two. Picked up by Boston as they transition back out now. There's that speed. Carly Cronin flying down the field.
Very difficult to dodge in this league from the top because the defenders are just so strong.
I take that back. That was actually Brenna Raynon making up for her pass. Boston's going to get a free position here. Looks like McKinley Spordone. You get a chance to put another on the board. And great save by Megan. Rebounds far out, and the Sound are back on their offensive half of the field. Looking to get something going late here in the first period, first half. Tori Werner moves it across field. Behind to Christina Esposito. Drives up the left side. And shovels it off to Kristen Yavoli. Moves it back down the left side. Quick spin. Met by two defenders. Quick feed to the crease. Shot. A little deflection by Chirko. Their hands have to be so quick. I mean, it is unbelievable the things that they catch.
It is. I mean, Courtney Fortunato's had several shots on goals, and she just haven't been able to convert yet. But she's the one that they seem to be dishing the ball into for Long Island.
Those goals are going to come. There's no doubt. It's not if, it's when. Look for a cutter in the high crease, didn't connect, and now it's ball rolls out of bounds. Boston ball. Ball is grabbed at the midfield by Hannah Murphy. Takes her right down the middle, forcing her defender to match her speed.
Talking about two evenly matched teams here tonight. It's almost the end of the first half, and yet we only have a 3-1 score.
Both teams getting it done on both ends.
Without a doubt.
Kayla Treanor starts from X. Moves the ball off to Allie Flury. Now, Treanor back with the ball. Underhand shot, wide. Stays with Boston. Boy, she'll just shoot from anywhere, anyhow, anytime, huh?
So much pace on it. You know, I mean, if that's on goal, it's going in.
Sound got to the ball first, so they take possession, clear, and look to put a goal on the board for the end of this half. We have a little bit of a collision as a fast-moving Taylor Gait.
They called a charge on that.
Took it right to Allie Flury. Flury gets the charge.
Taylor gets the ball right back. What a great redefend by Gait.
Quick feedback up top. Shot wide.
Hallie Majorana loves that shot, boy.
Long
She'll
Island
shoot from
ball.
anywhere. Manhasset product. Syracuse graduate.
Quick flip by Long Island. Feed into the crease. Shot. Saved by Chirko. She read it the whole way.
She sure did. I tell you, Chirko is just playing unbelievable this half. She has been the difference so far.
She came out high in the crease, cut down that angle. Are we going to see any two-point shots this year? I have not seen one taken from outside the...
Well, Majorana's shot might have been a two-pointer.
Might have been definitely at the distance. It's Emily Boissonneau takes it from the defensive end over and shoots and heads back to the other side of the field. Boston retains the ball. Moves it to Jen Belichick. dodges left and right, turns, shoots, misses, or deflects off the goalie. Boston scoops it up.
Let's get reset on the 90-second shot clock on that.
If it hits the goalie or hits the goal, it resets.
That's correct.
90 seconds seems like a long time, but it goes by pretty fast. These players have to work. I mean, they're really. Belichick with a feed inside to Treanor, who pulls it out.
I feel like 90 seconds is just the right amount of time. Treanor always wants to shoot. Always looking to the goal, always wants to shoot.
She has such a quick trigger. Kinley Spordone moves the ball up to Allie Flury, across to Emily Howell. Back to Jen Belichick, who shoots on the run. Saved by Megan. Belichick gets taken to the ground.
I think Taylor Gait's going to get a yellow card on that.
Sound is showing that they're not going to be intimidated, though. They're going to let the Storm earn those goals.
They are. That's that Long Island attitude coming out.
So Taylor Gait goes off on a foul. Gives the Storm a player advantage. Treanor takes the shot and misses. Picked up by Spordone. Up top to Flury. Feed inside to Emma Powlin, who, enough said. Wow.
Boy, she thread the needle on that one.
Yeah,
I mean, there's no way the goalie can save that, and it was as the defense was sliding into the space, totally screened on that. Perfect shot.
And with that goal, the Storm add to the lead, and now are up 4-1 over Long Island as we get to the end of the first half.
It's been a well-calculated half. You know, this is almost looks like an end-of-the-season game, the way these two teams are playing. It almost looks like a playoff-type game. Very low scoring, very methodical. Everybody's doing their job, and here and there, the ball's going in. Long Island's hit several pipes tonight. Otherwise, this game could actually be tied.
Quality shots. Emma Powlin with her first goal of the season. Welcome to the Storm. And she had an incredible year for Albany this year. Program was off to a pretty rough start early in the season, and they really put together a fine second half of their season to, you know, they didn't give up. And that's, you know, when you get down 7-8 games, a losing streak, it's hard to salvage a season, and
Correct.
Albany did just that. And we had another feed in the crease to Treanor, who puts it right over Megan's head and gets the Storm up 5-1.
Yeah, you're not going to get Trainor's hands that free and that open, and
No.
she's not going to finish. That's what she's been doing her whole career.
Her physical presence on the field is like that of Molly Hendricks, like just a solid athlete, right? Like just fast, you know, all these different tools that just make her, you know, that type of elite player.
Well, she's got, you know, the size. She's not a smaller player out there. You know, she's a big player that plays in the big game, but for me, it's her stick work that stands out. She's very, very difficult to check. She's very difficult to guard because she can really fake you out of anywhere. She's got great control of her stick, strong wrists, and, you know, she puts a lot of work into this game. That doesn't come easy, and K-Train does everything that she needs to do. She has a great amount of respect for this game, and it shows in the way that she plays.
And she spent her season on the sidelines at Boston College with Akeisha Walker, and that great run by Boston College in the Final Four. And I'm sure she was eager after that, tough loss to get out in the field. And
no question about it, she probably wanted to start practice again the next day for 2019 season.
I bet. Boston with the ball again off the draw. The time of possession by Boston in the offensive end is really the story here of, I think, this first half.
No doubt about it.
You know, we know the Sound can do it. Is that Hannah Murphy? No, that is great dodge by Michelle Scannell, who gets on the board and scores her first professional goal. And Has to be feeling pretty good.
Well, she should. She dodged about 4 defenders on that, and sticks are swinging, and she's just going right through it as if nothing's going on.
No stranger to scoring goals for Delphi.
No, not at all. She was their go-to girl, and she wore that like a badge of honor. It's impressive first half right now by the Boston Storm.
Hails from Babylon, I believe. Or Islip. Islip, that's right, Islip. Out there on Long Island, somewhere in Suffolk County.
Somewhere in the 6-3-1.
6-3-1, so much good lacrosse out there.
Absolutely.
5-1-6-2, but it's amazing what a hotbed Long Island, Maryland, areas like that are
It's
to the
fun.
sport.
You know, it makes every season exciting, makes every game fun.
Had a redraw, and Sound comes up with the ball, and they're going to get a quick substitution through the midfield here. I'm sure they're anxious to put a goal on the board here and settle down their team. Boston D is playing them tight.
I think that also Long Island has to move the ball a little quicker. You know, they're doing a lot of dodging, a lot of one-on-one. If you watch the difference, in Boston's really moving the ball and looking for the open players. Long Island really needs to start to move the ball a little more. They're catching and immediately dodging, and the defense has already slid into those spots.
Pass was off its target, and Dowd couldn't handle it, and Boston now is back on offense. And we have a timeout, Boston.
Must be towards the end of the first half, and they want to make sure that they put the right play in place.
Boston's currently leads 6-1 over the Sound. Sound are not always used to being in this position.
No, not at all. What they don't want to do is give up another goal here and be down by 6, obviously, going into the half. You know, you want to try to have a nice defensive stop right here and at least got some momentum going into the second half.
And if you're the Sound, you can't get too panicked. This is the first game, regardless of what happens for either team. There's more games to come, and, you know, it really counts when you get to the semifinals, right? And that's when you want to hit your stride.
Right. Without a doubt.
This is the first time they're playing together for many of them in at least a season, and for some, you know, first time ever. So
it's just the whole process of getting to know each other and getting comfortable out on the field and seeing what works. And
I am going to be looking for my official United Women's Lacrosse League sweatshirt, I think, probably at halftime.
You
the way
and
the
me
temperature's
both.
dropping here.
You and me both.
So after the timeout, Storm will have the ball off to the right of the goalie on the wing. Ball's quickly given to Kayla Treanor. Always feet moving, never stops her feet.
Never. Feet and stick, it's so difficult.
I mean, shot by Treanor goes in, but the official waves it off. Was horn had blown. That was the end of the first half. I just am watching, Treanor, even as she looked to re-dodge, her feet are constantly moving. The defender did not know where she was going at any given time. So at the end of the first half, we have Boston Storm 6, Long Island Sound 1. And we are back as the second half gets underway of our second game of the evening. Just draw. There was a violation on the draw, so we are going to redraw it. Hannah Murphy taking the draw for the Boston Storm. And Shelby Fredericks for the Long Island Sound. Fredericks gets her own draw, control, and Long Island did not waste any time transitioning down the field. They are playing with a purpose now, knowing that they are down by 5 goals.
Not an insurmountable lead, but they definitely need to start to get into the flow of this game.
need to see something probably on this possession to really feel that, that they're ready to go. Solid defense here by Boston, but great feed inside to Fredericks, who shoots it wide right, backed up by the Sound, who will keep possession. Restart back left of the goal. Dowd makes a quick dodge, feeds it back through X. Oh, hard shot by the Sound's Haley Majorana. It hits Allie Flury square in the body, and she is down. That was just a bullet.
And Hallie Majorana has one of the hardest shots on the team.
Not sure exactly where Flury took it, but I think it was in the body, I hope. There is not much difference between a men's shot and a women's shot. They're coming at you at the same velocity for the most part, and many of these women are just wearing protective eyewear goggles. There's certainly rules to protect them, but they do get hit, and it does hurt.
Yeah, it does, and I mean, I know that the girls aren't supposed to have a pocket, but we all know that the way that the stick is shaped and whatnot, it is somewhat of a pocket.
So what do you think of the new pocket regulations, right? For the first time, players are allowed to use a mesh insert in their pockets or mesh pocket, and has it changed the game for better or worse? I'm not really sure yet.
For me, it's difficult because I don't want to go to helmets,
right.
And yet they keep changing the sticks and whatnot, and they're giving the girls a harder shot, and those things are what causes the injuries, and so I'm kind of in between on it, to be honest with you.
Boston now has possession. Flury got off under her own power, which was good to see. She trotted off the field.
Very fortunate. She probably just got stung for the minute.
Feed in the crease to McKinley Spordone, who puts it off the top crossbar, but Boston gets the rebound and keeps possession. Spordone became a mom in the offseason, having a beautiful little girl.
And right back on the field. Love it.
She couldn't wait. When I saw her at training camp, she was excited, couldn't wait to be out there, and that's a player that will travel to all ends of the earth to keep playing, and she's just what an athlete.
They just love the game, and I love to watch all these kids play, and they just look like they're having a blast. And they'll all go out tonight as a large group because all 4 teams are here tonight, and it's also about that bonding piece.
Yep. The Sound looking to get something started here on offense, or second possession of the second half. They get the right personnel on the field.
Katrina Dowd always wants the ball.
She's a gamer. It takes a special kind of player to say, give me the ball, we are going to win or lose, through me, but it's, not afraid of the challenge and not afraid of, missing or.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what's great about sports, though. It brings that out in you.
Taylor Gait moves the ball. Another familiar name, Taylor Gait. Wonder if there's any relation.
Possibly.
I
feel like we've been saying Taylor's name for like 8 years, though.
Sure.
Yellow card check to the head.
We'll put Boston at a 1-player disadvantage for the next 2 minutes. Looks like Brenna Raynone with the foul. And this could be the opening that Long Island needs, and they don't hesitate, and they pull the trigger on that shot, blows it right through the 5-hole at Chirco.
That's Hallie Majorana. She's taken that shot several times tonight. This is the first time that she's connected.
What a hard shot.
That is her money shot, though. Like I said, she played at Manhasset High School. I've seen Hallie take that shot a million times, and that's her favorite of all. While she's, high crease, fading back, she loves to just let it fly.
Unbelievable. And with that, the Sound get their second goal of the game and trail Boston now by 4 goals, 6-2 Storm. Oh, they're giving it a 2-point shot. The first 2-point shot of the evening closes that deficit to 3.
Love the 2-point shot.
Great equalizer. Have Emily. No, that's not Emily Boissino. That is, Boston with the
yard sale on that.
Yard sale on that. What a check by Long Island.
And that's a smart play by Esposito. No need to force that right there. You just
Right.
got 2 points back. You know, you don't need to win the ensuing draw and then take a quick shot that's not going to amount to anything.
It takes the pressure off. Got a stoppage in play here. Storm up 6-3. We had a...
There's obviously a question at the table.
Okay. Not sure if it's related to the shot clock or penalty. There was a penalty earlier, and it looks like they released early on the penalty. It looks like Brenna Rainone came out early.
Well, she might have thought the goal released
Goal
her.
released it. So she's headed back in, and play resumes. Long Island looking to take advantage of this possession as well. Pass back. Now up top to Dowd. Feeds on the crease, wide open, but misses her target. However, Long Island doesn't
lose possession
no,
on
they
that.
don't. They track down that ground ball but quick. Shot wide, backed up by the Sound. Dowd will now move the ball to X. Christina Esposito dodges up the right-hand side. Quick feed up top. Dodge, shoot, score.
Courtney Fortunato, that is just a gorgeous play. And what Fortunato does on that is she shows great patience. You know, instead of taking that first shot, she dekes the goalie several times until she gets the open cage. And again, that's a lesson to be learned for younger players. You don't have to shoot the ball 10,000 miles for it to score. Sometimes just proper placement gets it done.
Location, location, location. That one-on-one with Chirko, nothing she could really do about that. Sound capitalized, and now we have ourselves a lacrosse game. 6-4 Storm as Long Island cuts into that Storm lead.
You know, we start the half at 6-1, and now we're only about 5 minutes into the second half, and it's a 6-4 game.
Seen this before. The first game looked like it was going to be a runaway, and very quickly the Force came storming back. As I look down here, I see Coach Mike Bedford enjoying his win.
He is enjoying his win with some of his friends here. I look and I see, Kim Hillier in the crowd, and Kim should probably be playing instead of watching. We have to get Coach Hillier out there in a uniform to play.
Shelby Fredericks wins the draw. Long Island goes right back on offense. Penalty release for the Storm. And Dowd will settle and get ready to take looks like she wants to take a run. She wants to dodge.
And she
Boom,
will.
Splits left to right. Pulls it out as a double comes. Moves the ball down the wing to X. Collapsed defense, now has to scramble, and Fredericks almost had a perfect shot. The shot goes wide. Boston gets possession. They leave it out short of the crease. Kirikou can't get it and almost gave up a costly turnover to the Sound.
Almost put this at a 6-5 game, just missed on that.
Ball will restart in the crease with the goalie, Jackie Chirko. And now Boston really has to settle this down, put one on the board. Time of possession was certainly a key in their success the first half, and it looks like Allie Flury's back on the field, so nothing too serious. Moves it down to McKinley Sportone. Takes the ball through X, carries through X, feeds crease to Flury. Nothing. They missed that connection.
It's going to be a push from behind, though, so should be an 8-meter for Boston.
An 8-meter. Allie Flury, in her third season with the Storm, is a Denver University graduate, Maryland native. Shot right into the stick of the Sound goalie. We have
goalie this half?
Yeah, we do. We have a goalie change. We have Allie Murray is in goal for the Sound. Looks like Coach Thorpe wanted to go with a little change up here and see if it'll spark their team. And here come the Sound again. Back to X to S. No, it's Esposito at X with the ball. Feed up top to a cutting Kira Harney.
But what a great check from behind. That was beautiful. Nice to see Kira on the field. One of my favorite kids. She's a Bayshore player, high school, and a Duke graduate this past year.
Any of your non-favorites on the field?
No, absolutely not.
Shot by this Long Island goes in.
That was Courtney Fortunato, boy. And that's shooting through a screen. When you take that low shot through a screen, it is so difficult for the goalie to pick that up.
No way that she could track that ball, and keeps it low.
It is a tale of two halves.
It certainly is, and now the Storm are only clinging on to a 1-goal lead as the Sound looked like they're hit their stride. They shook off those first half jitters and looked much like the team that was in control most of the championship game, almost a little less than a year ago.
And it is about finding your stride. When we interviewed Katrina Dowd at halftime, that's what she said. It's still brand new, and we've only played together a few times, and it's going to take a little while to click.
Shelby Fredericks and Kayla Treanor will match up again on the draw. Fredericks has certainly had the advantage this half, if not most of the game, and here we go again. It looks like, Treanor uses her long wingspan to snag that.
How strong
ball.
are those wrists? Come
Unbelievable.
On. To hold on to it up there like
Cradle.
that?
Emma Powlin takes it to the goal and pulls it out, handing it off to Treanor. Treanor, feet always moving. You never know when she's going to take off.
And one of the most humble kids on the field. You talk to Kayla Treanor, and it's all about everybody else and not herself. I think that's the quality I like about her most of all.
Katie Webster with a feed on the crease to Belichick. Just missed, but Storm hang on to it. Here comes Powlin. Shot. Hits the goalie right in the hands. What a shot. Yeah, I have to say I really enjoyed meeting Kayla Treanor today for the first time, and she snags off the feed. Real rip shot over the shoulder of the goalie, and she puts the Storm back up by 2.
That's ridiculous.
That is.
I can't even. What do you say about that? That's,
What can you say? That's
you
it.
can't say anything. Coach Scott Teeter drew up a great play? No. That's all Kayla Treanor.
Here's this play. Give it to Treanor.
Give the ball to Kayla and everybody get out of the way.
Allie Murray
talented.
did not even have a chance to react. That
Just
went low to high so
talented.
fast. Buried it right up the top of the net. Unreal.
Unreal is correct. Makes it look so easy.
If only it was.
She played high school in Niskayuna, something like that. I can't even pronounce it. It's one of those upstate teams, right? Played in the snow almost her whole career.
Yeah, was it? Yes, yeah. She's an upstate product.
Yeah. And was just a star at Syracuse. And again, great ambassador for the game, the perfect role model for young girls to look up to. Just a real humble and talented human.
It took everything in me not to ask her for an autograph at halftime, believe it or not, when she was being interviewed.
Well, you
I
should.
really wanted to.
And she would, too. She would take a selfie with you, and she would order. She actually have her autograph your left pec.
I think that's actually a great, get it tattooed.
That's it, 100%.
Highlight of my day, meeting
Kayla Treanor, number 12.
And I also got to meet Molly Hendrick at halftime, which is equally as impressive to
Correct.
players of that caliber to
no
see
question
what they
about
ever do. Boston changed it up with Michelle Scannell on the face, the Delphi product, who quickly moves the ball very fast, good size, incredibly fast, good athleticism. Off to Belichick. Moves it up top to Katie Webster. Boston looking to settle down here and increase their lead that has been quickly diminished by a big push by the Sound. Belichick a little trouble with that, picks it up. Still has excellent speed. Deflected by the Long Island defenders, and now they are back in possession, ready to.
It was a nice defensive stand there.
Very much so. Ball is redirected to Kaylee O'Connor. Cross field to Shelby Fredericks. Quick pass to Dowd. Whoa, she looked for it. She wanted that 2-pointer.
And she probably should have taken that shot at that point.
Yeah. Boston ball as the pass went out of bounds. Brenda Raynone is Moves the ball to the midfield.
That's going to be a yellow card.
And just like that.
Tap of love to the head right there.
Ali Pavanelli called for the foul, and this will give Boston the player advantage. See if they can capitalize on this and put a little distance between them and Long Island, who we know that at any point can just come right back. So,
especially with the 2-point shot, you have several players on the Long Island team that can take that 2-point shot.
Boston settles down their offense, gets Treanor back on the field. Cut her break short. Oh, nice feed on the crease and in the back of the net. Excellent finish by Sydney Thomas.
That was a beautiful play, and Murray tried to grab that. She saw the play coming, but just missed it by about half a section and left the cage wide open.
Wonderful hands, and that gives Boston a 8-5 lead. Taking full advantage of the man-up opportunity.
As we know, it's non-releasable, so they'll still be man up. See what kind of adjustment Long Island makes at this point.
Fredericks has taken almost every draw this evening, and Hannah Murphy and Treanor have been switching on and off, and Murphy's back out there for this draw. I guess some players just have better, both are accomplished, and some players have better luck than others, it seems. They just, certain matchups.
Shelby's as strong as they come, and she's taken the draw at Northwestern for quite some time. And, it's the circle play, though, that determines a lot of draw controls.
Off the draw, the ball is picked up by Emily Howell. Boston offense settles in. Michelle Scannell looks to go to the goal, pulls it back. She is certainly not afraid. She doesn't let the fact that she's a D2 player, shy away from going to the goal. She knows that she has the talent and ability to be a good player in this league.
Without a doubt.
Nice feed from Murphy to Scannell. Michelle Scannell puts up her second goal of the game to give the Storm a 4-goal lead. They now lead.
Did a real nice job tonight. Always open, and you said always gets her hands free, and just one of those players again that's even though you're a Division II, you're probably the best player in Division II, which means you could play anywhere in D1.
Exactly.
And just proud to be still participating and playing. You representing the sport that you love.
I know that when she found out, she was drafted, she was very excited, although, she was in season, so the teams can't talk to them.
Correct.
But, there was other ways that they know that how excited from, people that she's friends with around the league. And when she got the call after her season ended to let her know that her career continues, she was just ecstatic and couldn't wait to get back on the field. And
that's what you want. Those are the type of players that we want. And some players obviously know that they're going to be drafted, but, for the few that aren't sure, boy, it's unbelievable for them.
Looks like there was a push called.
It's going to be Long Island ball.
Long Island ball. Not how I saw it, but it's quite okay. That's why they don't pay me to officiate women's lacrosse.
That would be correct.
Courtney Fortunato moves it back up top to Fredericks. Fredericks moves it along to Nina Marola. Gives it back to Ali Pavanelli, who gets it back to Dowd. Dowd to Fredericks. Stop, save by the Storm. Allison Daly in goal for the Boston Storm.
That was a great save. She just got enough of a piece of that so that it hit the pipe.
Allison Daly spent her summer playing for Team Canada. Coach Scott Teeter was the head coach. So they also know each other from Canisius. Something we haven't talked about is that the Storm's starting goalie, Liz Hogan, is not here tonight, and she will be here for the rest of the season. So some good goaltending. That's might be a tough decision for Scott Teeter when it comes down to it.
Those are the best tough decisions to make.
Never have enough good goalies.
Correct.
Quick feedback up top to Katie Webster. Looks like there's going to be a shot by Webster. Goes in. Nice bounce shot. Nice and low.
She took a nice speed dodge to the cage right there and beat the defenders to the spot and was able to score.
Kaylee O'Connor could not make the stop, and Boston extends its lead back to 5 goals, now winning 10-5.
And just like that.
Just like that
You
again.
know, you think that Long Island's on the verge of getting back into this game, and Boston withstands the little storm right there and
No
ends
pun.
up back up by 5. No pun intended.
Looks like Kayla Treanor back out on the. Oh no, it's we have somebody, a third new person taking the draw for Boston against Fredericks.
Went over the top of Shelby, so she's going to get the ball.
Looks like that might be McKinley Sportone that came up to take the draw. No, that was Jen Belichick, actually. I thought there was a 1 there, but no, that was, that's a 3, and my eyes are getting bad. Quick feed over the top by Dowd.
Defense again makes a great play on that to break that up.
Stormer back in transition, carrying over to their half of the field. Ball now on the wing with Belichick, who's going to look to dodge, pushes it back to X. Holly Turner on the field. Belichick tries to pass, gets pass knocked down, and
Yavoli's off to the races.
Yavoli is cruising. Allie Flury with the nice little stick check, but Sound maintained possession. Allie Flury celebrated I believe it was her 30th birthday over the spring, and
I'm sure she's happy that you just told everybody that.
she keeps going.
She sure does. Good for her.
Someone who, if she wasn't playing lacrosse, would probably be playing a high level of soccer. She was a fantastic standout soccer player here in the area. And what a behind-the-back shot by Christina Esposito. Unbelievable. She made it look unbelievably easy.
Yes, and Christina Esposito is one of those players out of West Babylon, New York, and went on to play at Northwestern.
All roads lead to Long Island.
All roads lead to Long Island. Well, it is the Long Island team, so.
It is.
But yeah, we enjoyed her, watching her play all the years in high school and then in college. She was just outstanding for Kelly and Monte-Hiller.
Sound cut into the Storm's lead, reduce it to 4 goals. Storm are still up 10-6. So we're probably about midway through the second half. Storm.
A couple of 2-point shots. Let's get some of those back in.
Hannah Murphy comes back out to face off, to take the draw against Fredericks, who's really been in control. And Long Island gets possession. Kristen Yavoli comes up with a ground ball and starts the offense for the Sound.
Yavoli was dominant at Stony Brook in between the 30s. I mean, that was just her bread and butter, and she played for my favorite high school, Massapequa. And just the Chiefs. Yes, I played it
Dowd
many a time.
Draws 2. Quick flip to, wow, Christina Esposito to Katrina Dowd. Unbelievable.
And again, you know, we talk about Kayla Treanor's stick work. Katrina Dowd's stick work is right there as well. And no goalie can save that.
No. And with that, the Sound now trail by 3.
They keep getting close, but they never are able to catch up.
There's
you know,
still
that's
a lot of time.
There's so much energy that's taken into just trying to catch up. That when you get there and you try to exhale for a minute, Storm goes and scores 2 or 3 more goals.
At some point, you think that Shelby Fredericks is going to get tired because she has not left the field this game.
Yeah, Shelby's one of those kids that she is a tireless athlete.
Just has that motor.
And, I mean, you see what great physical condition she's in. She is a live, love, lax kid. You look that up in the dictionary and you can see Shelby's face.
Hannah Murphy taking the draw against Fredericks. And she pops it right up where she's underneath it. Gets the draw control, and here comes the sound again. Esposito hangs on to it as she waits for her teammates to enter the field. And Sound now work the ball down the alley, carry through X. Move the ball quickly up top to Esposito, who goes to the goal. Gets a little here I am push, but works through it, keeps the ball, shoots and scores, goes off hip. Get the Sound within 2 goals of the Storm.
I think she might have got a little energy burst from no call on that.
Yes.
On that very physical play right there. Whatever gets you to the goal.
Fantastic. To have that balance, to be able to take that nudge and still keep your composure and be able to readjust and dodge again. Outstanding.
Espo just loves to play. You know, again, I mean, we say that about all of these girls, but when you watch how they play, they just play with a certain joy about them and a certain ease.
Absolutely.
You know, they're just out here having a good time.
Kayla Treanor comes back to the circle in the middle of the field to take the draw against none other than Shelby Fredericks.
And they've done this twice a year in college.
Right.
For 4 years.
Referee readjusts him. Blows the whistle, and we're going to have a redraw.
This is a big draw control right here because a 2-point shot would tie this game.
That's right. All in one shot could be a new ball game. That's why this possession is so important. Ground ball, Sound and Storm chase it down. And Sound comes up with possession. Quickly knocked away. And
yeah, Tifo got jacked up on that one, but she's going to get the ball back.
She didn't expect to see that person standing there. But there we go. Ball's back. The cross field. Kaylee O'Connor, who carries the ball over the half, and here come the Sound, Esposito to moves the ball to X and turnover.
Majorana gets it checked away.
Boy, is Esposito riding. She is chasing down Emily Boissonneau. And Allie Flury gets the ball and glides up the field as she...
And those are the kind of unforced errors that really stop the momentum.
Could be a difference, yeah.
It could be a difference, and it's one of those things where you really need to protect the ball when you're trying to tie the game.
Cindy Thomas with the ball for Boston, moves it off to Taylor Giglio. Back to Katie Webster, who dodges through 2 people, loses the handle on it just as she was about to shoot.
That was a great back check.
And the Sound is off running in transition now. Looking to make the most of this fast break. Dish off to the wing. And now they're going to slow it down as Boston gets back in the hole. And
that's a smart play. Again, you want to give the ball to Katrina Dowd at this point. You know, one of the better players to have ever played this game. College head coach. She understands situational lacrosse.
Dowd right now is working a little. I think the change in temperature is making this turf a little slippery as the condensation starts to build up. Ali Palvinelli moves the ball off to the wing.
a Florida Gator graduate.
Ah.
She's a Northport Tiger, played for Coach Rose.
Esposito now matched up with Emily Boissonneau.
And she got the shot off, but they're going to say that the penalty affected the shot, so they're going to give her an 8 meter.
All right. You know, the goalie really is at this point just kind of taking something away, right? Like they and uncharacteristically shoots it right into the goalie's stick. Bet she wants to have that one back.
Yeah, you tried to get that shot off before the defense collapses on you, but unfortunately, it ended up being center cage.
Boston quickly transitions the ball over their half. Emily Howell right now. It looks like we have
stepped out of bounds.
That is a sound ball just like that.
It was a nice clear by Caitlin DeFleece, looking like a track star.
Yes.
I'm going to have to let her know that at the end of the game, that she actually looked like a track star on that one.
And it looks like we have a timeout now, timeout Long Island.
And this is a well-placed timeout. You know, the last 2 or 3 possessions, you really haven't turned the ball over. And this one, you really need to secure it. Come up with the money play that's going to get it done. Do you want to go for 1? Do you want to go for 2?
They have certainly looked like a different team in the second half. They've, I think, there's a lot of balanced possession time for both teams. And, you know, not that Boston's been playing poorly. Just Long Island's been playing that much better.
Long Island just picked up the pace in this half, and you win a few draws, and it makes all the difference in the game. But, again, you know, you don't want to put too much on one possession because they've had so many.
Right.
But at this point in the game, this is critical. We're probably close to 5 to 7 minutes left.
Left in the half in the game. Still not a bad night. We'll have to put the air conditioning on, though. But that's probably the most perfect crescent jackknife moon out there.
Absolutely.
Clear skies all around. So there's going to be a lot of lacrosse here come this weekend, isn't there? There's a major tournament for Live, Love, Lax.
That's correct.
All in support of an important foundation. Tell us a little bit about it.
You know, several years ago, an unfortunate occurrence happened at University of Virginia. Courtney Love was tragically killed right before graduation in a relationship violence situation. And what the One Love Foundation is, it's by her mom and her sister. They're keeping her legacy alive, and they're training people and giving information and really letting everybody know what relationship violence looks like, telltale signs. And it's really about educating so that girls and boys understand.
Right, exactly.
You know, how people are supposed to be treated and what signs that you can look for. I'm very, very proud to be part of this movement and the organization, and I just think it's something that I believe in wholeheartedly, and I'm honored to be a part of it.
Well said. Chris Wadello here with Tracy Weiner as we take you through the last 5 or so minutes of the second game of our United Women's Lacrosse League matchup between the Boston Storm and the Long Island Sound. We just great save by Allison Daly.
Perfect setup
Good.
there, but Shelby
Great
Fredericks
job.
just shanked it.
Dowd now with the ball, takes it across the back of the goal. He's posting up on Brenna Renone, who gets her a little bit off her mark, and so Dowd shoots a little wide.
Yeah, they're getting good looks. They're just not hitting cage.
Something I'm sure they'll all be working on in the next couple weeks before the next game on July 7th. Low shot. And it looks like it's going to be Storm ball. No, it's going to be Long Island ball. All right.
Closest to ball when it goes out of bounds was Fortunato.
Ooh, good save by Daly. Stops a point-blank Fortunato shot.
I think that one hit the pipe, to be honest with you.
Just as the shot clock expired.
Correct.
I'm sure if we ask the goalie, she'll say
she got a piece of it, right? Absolutely.
Michelle Scannell transitions the ball upfield to McKinley Spordone. It goes behind the back on the pass to Kayla Treanor. Looks like the shot clocks are off, so we are under 90 seconds left in the game, and Boston is looking just to cycle the ball and preserve their 2-goal lead and not give up an unnecessary turnover
30
here.
seconds more.
Treanor passes it off there. Boston's in an open set. They're just trying to work the perimeter. Ten seconds left in the game. Treanor with the ball. And she's going to hold it as time runs out. And Boston gets a little revenge on Long Island after being getting beaten for the league championship last summer. Boston Storm beats the Long Island Sound 10-8 in what was a truly fantastic game.
Without a doubt,
lacrosse.
I definitely felt that Boston controlled this game from start to finish. Long Island did everything they could to try to scratch and claw and get their way back in, but it just was not meant to be. Boston comes out on top in a well-deserved win, great goalie play, and Treanor was a star on offense.
Just an incredible show of athleticism out here by both teams. You know, and defensively, I don't think enough credit goes to both teams for what they did defensively. I mean, 10-8, a relatively low-scoring game by lacrosse standards, and both goalies hung in there very well. Each team used both of their goalies tonight, but their defenders, they had some tough matchups. There's some high-powered offense out here, and Boston just bested them by got that early hot start, and that was all they needed.
It's a great way to start the season. I look forward to the rest of the games moving forward. I think at this point, after watching all 4 teams play tonight, we can safely say that who's ever at the peak of their games come playoffs could be the team that wins. You can't pick after watching all 4 tonight.
Absolutely. This is some great quality lacrosse. So for Tracy Weiner, I'm Chris Widello, and we will join you again on July 7th.